I haven't watched this, but I think is gonna be amazing. Oh, Ethan, what have you done to Hasan? What's up, everybody? It's me, Crimson 60620, and this may be a long one. This definitely may be a long one. Ethan Klein has dropped his content nuke on Hasan. You love to see it. You love to see it. And for all of you Hasan people who are gonna come to this video off of something I'm gonna do with the title, welcome to the circus. Oh god, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna trigger so many of them. While responding to a video, I'm gonna trigger all of the Hasan fans. And I saw like the first couple seconds, and when you have an Oppenheimer like clip, this is a content nuke. All right, so let's go. All right, so we about to get this going. This should be fun. Let's go.
The world would not be the same. Two people.
I just like when you come up with like the whole, Oppenheimer was, yeah, no, he kind of like it's like, what have we done? All right, let's go.
Laughed. A few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, to destroy."
Well, it was, yeah.
Worlds.
We think the Houthi Allah is doing what the
No, they're going to be coping. They're going to be coping the season. When did this come out? I had the idea. I heard that it came out. Oh, this came out 3 hours ago. Oh, we own it. We own this like white on rice. Like stank on shit. All right, let's go.
Why am I held accountable for this? God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm good.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
You know, oh my god, I wish I had the, oh my god. Oh, it's all the way, it's already at 36K. Oh my god. Okay. Prologue. Why am I making this? Okay, let's go.
Oh, hi there. It's me, your old friend, Ethan Klein. It's been a while since we've last spoken. In that time, I've had 3 kids, all boys. I've lost 100 pounds, and I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys too. Actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today.
Oh, wow. He is really going at it. Let's go.
In Texas. Someone should buy. Oh yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like that now. Left or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on. And what was that? That we love America. And
oh no, he's about to go America bad. Okay, all right, let's go.
everything she stands for.
Mom and Dad and apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect union, not tearing it down.
Marching bands, a pride that only
The thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
Oh wow. Oh yes. Come on, let's go. And this is what I've been saying about the whole, one line left about America bad. Like, dude, like, why don't you just make it better? Why don't you work to make it better instead of just crying about America bad? We can't do anything. We need the revolution. Let's go.
Oh, communism.
That's America. That's America to me.
I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hasan Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude.
And he said it more than once. That's the problem. He said it more than once, and then he said he wanted to fornicate with this man's eye socket. Like, what the heck? All right.
Fuck it, I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
and of course the
Yeah, and the whole, like, you know, using the C word as a slur. I'm a black person. I'm a black person. Now, I get it that the C word is not as bad as saying ninja. We get it. But we want to stop slurs. We want to, like, not use the slurs. But if you're an ignorant fool, like the one, like, oh my God, somebody on the left came into my comment section and tried to call me fat. Like, I've never heard a fat joke before. And these are the same people that's like, oh, you shouldn't make fun of people. Making fun of people is bad. Making fun of people is something that happens on the right. Like, oh, okay, motherfucker. You are literally being the monster that you thought you can defeat. But, you know, he who fights monsters need to take care of them, make sure that they don't become one. And when you stare into the abyss stares back into you.
Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
There was Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just gonna say, if there's another Holocaust,
He lost weight. Man, he lost weight.
awesome. If they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem. That was until this happened.
We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was.
I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the.
So here's the thing, and I will say this, and I fully admit to that. One, the last video I did about Hasan, so many people came out. Well, he's not saying that he doesn't like success. Like, no, he compared himself to a person that struggles day to day for, you know, to make ends meet, to pay bills. He tried to make himself seem as if he was just a normal person. And, you know, I had people in my comment section say, oh, he never said he wasn't. Like, no, he has been a rich kid all of his life. He doesn't have anything in common with, you know, people who are prison fighters trying to build themselves a different life. Well, that's just slave labor. There are people that volunteer for that do job training. Does it make it right? Does it make it seem like they're not being exploited? No, they are being exploited to an extent. But Hasan is nothing like that. He's been a rich, spoiled kid all of his life. And 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or however long he was on the Young Turks, y'all would have thought that he was just as bad as anybody else. Because he was a spoiled, rich kid and a failed son. Hasan is a failed son. Yes, he's made money off of streaming. But do you think if his uncle didn't give him a start at a major media company, he wouldn't be where he is? He's a failed son that spends his time trying to screw porn stars and tell you how to sacrifice and tell you, oh, you're outside, fight back. But when he gets kicked out of the DNC, he's like, what am I supposed to do? Fight? I have an interview later. Get out of here.
Chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you?
What is the idea that
you guys
people are looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists. There's that many radical communists. Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it.
And then this happened.
This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist
country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
re-education.
Re-education, certainly. Yeah, there should.
So camps, put people in camps.
Should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
If putting
camps, you're gonna send people to camps. Yeah, no. It's like, I was joking before, but this is we're gonna send them to camps. when I take over the world, how many camps are gonna have? Enough.
Capitalists and re-education camps isn't disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River.
And here's the thing. Russia isn't a communist state. I know you like the tankies like to say Russia's the flag of communism. Like, no, it was never a communist state. It was a state capitalist state. Communism did not work in Russia. It didn't. And the whole authoritarian, like oppressing all the states around them to use buffer states, doing the same thing that the US was doing, even taking it steps further, because remember, Afghanistan wasn't started. It didn't get destabilized by the US first.
A Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation. Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, like
So
autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
But wait. If they weren't oppressed by China, then they would have been better. They would have been better if they weren't oppressed by China. If they didn't have the threat of their land taken over by China, then they would have been. Oh, it doesn't work that way when it's China.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. We talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
So China unilaterally took over Tibet,
like
these are their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government.
So wait, Taiwan is a mostly free country. They actually started their own revolution when it was not as bloody as it could have been, and they actually got rid of the dictatorship to a more open and free society. But because you're a China simp, oh no, they're bad. They're just bad because reasons.
Going to the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government that squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly, a complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. This big advocate for Muslims in the Middle East. This big advocate for brown people in the Middle East. When it comes to the crap that China was doing, that China was actually imparting on a Muslim community and actually making camps. Oh no, it's fine because China, communism. Oh,
they have Uyghur death camps. Is that?
It's not a death camp. They were re-education camps, and they are no longer.
So anytime you hear that Hasan cares about the little guy or the normal person, just keep in mind that he's for camps for people who are not part of the agenda of the grand communist design. What is the difference in a powerful state coming in and putting these people into camps, putting these people into horrible living conditions? People you claim to care about because they're Muslim, they're brown people. Oh, but when it's for your wonderful agenda, then it's a problem. This is the shit that we talk about when we talk about Hasan only cares about the clout. Is he talking about the stuff that's happening in Burma? Or Myanmar? It's like, Come on now. He doesn't care. He only cares about getting those internet clicks. Is he talking about the oppressive stuff that's happening in South Sudan? Which is like down the street from Yemen that he likes to complain about? No. He just cares about looking good on the internet for his tanky friends, and he gets the clicks. But let's continue.
An operation,
is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press.
Okay, I saw this
But, yeah,
crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No,
or,
that's no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with.
Okay, that one is like Shenyun,
They're like,
Falun
we could
Gong.
get you an organ. From a Uyghur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how, like, okay, well, you know.
And didn't Hasan actually praise what happened in Beijing? Not in Beijing, in Hong Kong. And when China came in and like laid the hammer on Hong Kong, he was silent. Wasn't that the thing that happened with Hasan? See, this is all right. Let's go.
Oh, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang, and it's like very different vibes in Xinjiang. And now, you know.
Wait. So he recognizes that there are concentration camps. He recognized that there were concentration camps, and the only time that they said they were closed was because the Olympics. Wow.
It's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a U.S. research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience. Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population?
But did you know Ethan's wife was in the IDE or whatever the Israel army was because of reasons? Did you know Ethan was crashing out because he disagreed with Hasan? These are facts that is out there for any of Hasan's audience to actually look up. These are, you can watch independent, you can watch unbiased thing, like a channel that I know that is kind of biased, Business Basics. But they go through the history. Something that Hasan and his fans don't actually want to do is actually go through the history of what's going on in these different conflicts. But, you know, America bad, so.
How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. I know America.
Did he just say Hasan may be getting paid by China to promote this garbage? Or, which I suspect, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. That whole, yeah, you have the moral system of Saturday morning cartoons that a lot of people actually have, especially the online left that don't want to do nothing. Like, I hate to use it, but Chud Logic, the bed blobs.
America bad is a meme that people laugh at online. But with Hasan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you. 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation...
Dude, you're American. Shut up. You're American.
...in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries.
Oh, don't use history. Don't use current situations on the ground. Don't use actually independent, non-biased sources just think, who is the local power source in America Bad?
That's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
And then this happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning where Hamas has launched a surprise attack.
Oh God, he's about to come up with that. Oh, this doesn't make Hasan look good at all. This doesn't, but let's go.
Within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hasan...
Frogan ruins it again. Frogan ruins it. Like, the trash that goes on in Hasan's chat right now with the whole throwing around the word Zionist as if it's just like the neo-Nazis use it. Yeah.
Hasan was seemingly okay with this.
Can you do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you
I just opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels.
Yeah, if you ban 10 of them, the rest will fall in line, Hasan. If you ban them the way they're doing it, the rest will fall in line. That's just the way that internet chat goes.
And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying, "Who the fuck is this child called arrogant?"
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
How can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking?
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right?
This is like Ethan messed up when he started working with Hasan. Hasan is a little unadulterated clout goblin. He is doing whatever and if tomorrow there was a shift in what people think is right and wrong with the world as far as just to get him clout, Hasan would do it in a minute. And you know what? Let me take that back. If it was a shift in something that would cause him not to get the love that he so desperately desires, he would do that in a minute. The problem is right now he's getting so much love from his chat because they think that he's the second coming or the third, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Like, this is just crazy. The fact that somebody is saying, yo, we supposed to be friends, and you letting your chat talk to me this way? If I was Ethan, I would have told him to fuck off right then and there.
Hasan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
Wait, did one of them say, where does Ethan live?
And all these other content creators actually, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason.
He's a crybaby when it comes to people talking about him. Hasan is a crybaby. He whines and cries. That's why he fell out with Destiny, because his chat Destiny didn't control his chat. He said the bad words, and when somebody tried to address it with him, he called me stupid. Let's go.
We're just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat, and I thought that was fucked up. Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do, especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation.
Yeah, he jumped down SQC's throat about you couldn't control your chat. You couldn't control your chat.
Someone who you consider to be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hasan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas, he refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
As you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's just disgusting. That's not what it happened. And like, this is the problem with a lot of these people. A lot of these people that fall in Hasan's orbit is it's okay as long as it's the other people. Civilians, children, it doesn't matter. It's okay as long as it's other people. And this is what I try to actually keep out of my community. My community, where I admit sometimes to like the people in my community, it may seem like I'm giving too much charitability. No, I explain that, hey, you know, you got to look at these people as if they're human. The moment you stop looking at your adversaries as they're humans, you become the monsters that you accuse other people of being. You can think like, and hey, you can think people are stupid. You can start thinking that they don't know any better. I have no problem with pitying people that you have an issue with. Right now, there are a ton of people that I pity. I pity Destiny because he can't keep his dick in his pants. I definitely pity Hasan because I think he's just stupid and he's willing to do anything for clout. But the moment you start dehumanizing these people to say they're just monsters and they're unreachable, that they can't be changed. And yeah, you may be able to label one or two people to the point where you think that they're too far gone. But once you start doing this to a crowd of people, a group of people, then what do you expect? You start treating them like they're monsters, like they're less than human. And you become, you lose empathy and you start doing the same thing to them that you accuse them of doing to you.
But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even. Yeah. Okay. Like.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not.
Like this is just disgusting. Like, yeah, okay, it happened. They killed a couple of hipsters. Like, dog, there were people, and Hasan, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I am not gonna gloss over just like, you know, I want to tie this, and that's the best way to say it. I want to tie this. Hasan, when he said America deserved 9/11, he literally meant those people that died, the civilians, deserve to die as well. And that's just disgusting, dog. That's just disgusting. If you think civilians are accurate targets of you know, war or terrorism or attacks to people, dude, you're disgusting. But let's continue.
You're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
This dude just called babies
exactly.
militants.
No, I understand, and there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are
I forgot how disgusting this clip is. He is literally saying that, yo, here, calling these people militants. Well, they're baby settlers, so they deserve to be killed.
babies in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
See, and this is what, yeah, like, he runs defense for bad stuff happening to people, regardless, just because he doesn't like them. Remember how he said that he had an issue with, well, the failed sons and the failed daughters should be in the same school, at least that way they can only hurt themselves. Never mind, he got kicked out of one of his first colleges because he was a failed son. Like, come on now, let's go.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets.
Okay, Ethan. Yeah, let's go.
The Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets. Is not.
All right, yeah. No, this is disgusting. Because they didn't just assault women, they assaulted men too. But let's go.
Perfect.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war. And while we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people.
And so here's what I keep saying. And I don't see why people on the online left don't actually address this. And it's an old African proverb. When elephants fight, the grass gets trampled. A lot of what's going on is people are being used as fuel, as just kindling for people that want power. You know how soon this could have been solved? But people with their egos, people with their ambitions, people with their their desire for blood and revenge is keeping this conflict going. And instead of calling for peace, actual peace, lasting peace, so many of these people are like, yeah, more violence. But aren't you against violence? No, it's violence against people we don't like because of reasons. But let's go.
Who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his community was that I'm in favor of a two-state solution, while they are in favor of a one-state solution. Their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
What do you think Israel should?
And not only that, of course, we have Frogan who said, no, they should just go back to Europe or Brooklyn. Like, there are Jewish people all throughout the Middle East. They're no longer in those countries because they were expelled because, what was happening in Israel. And nobody recognizes that also there were and I've said this in a previous video, people want to point to the Holocaust and say that was the worst thing that happened with the Jewish people in Europe. No, it was just the exclamation point. The anti-Semitism is just rampant. It's just rampant throughout the world. Thank you, Romans. Thank you, Romans. And it's just, dog, I'm sorry. You will never convince Israel to become a minority population. Jewish people become a minority population in Israel. You will never convince that. That's not a thing that will happen. But let's go.
Should have done in response to October 7th.
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay.
Now, Netanyahu needs to be out of power. This is a blood feud for him. Everybody agrees with that. Nobody disagrees with that. Even people in the country agree with that, and they try to get him out of power multiple times.
So you're saying Israel in response... Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
first set of actions would be to democratically take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and it makes a lot of sense that there be some distrust there. Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual.
So wow, this is kind of telling. This is kind of telling. Wow. Okay.
Representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948. Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50. Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew. We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property, and migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel. The irony of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if
wow. And I think that a lot of people on the left don't recognize this. They don't. They just see it as, oh yeah, the Israelis are colonizers, and it's just like, where are they supposed to go back to? Where are they supposed to go back to? And again, I'm definitely not saying all the actions are right. No, I believe that they are doing a lot of bad stuff. But you will never get them to become a minority in their own country. That's not going to happen.
If the Jews of Israel are surrounded by Islamic militant terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state, and considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal.
They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal.
Called the West Bank settlements an abomination.
Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots. They're monsters. They're genocidal.
I've even said the West Bank settlers are valid military targets.
When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion.
My only crime is wanting a two-state solution instead of one, and thinking it's not.
Oh, Frogan. Frogan. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Dumb. Just dumb. All right. Okay, and we don't give a fuck if they interpret it like that because they're all brain dead genocide.
It's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist. And because of Hasan and others spreading this malicious lie about my beliefs, I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's sad. That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro.
Look in the fucking...
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan.
Not the fedora. Not the fedora. Not the fedora. Wow.
Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck.
Ooh, did you know that Ethan made fun of a creator who's a small creator because he called him a rapist? Did you know? Did you know?
Bro, you're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run your own country.
Ethan, man, why you doing this to him? Why you doing this to him?
A foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my God, bro.
Did he just do the neo-Nazi meme? Oh my God.
I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you. Bro, you're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
Okay, 3.
Dog. This loser. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why would he say, I think I look gay in this? Oh my God. Wow.
2, 1.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
Okay.
It's a funny thing about me. I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it. None of it. And over time, I started to...
Wow, what a bad statement. Like, that's the most coldest take ever. I don't like terrorism. I'm gonna follow with you here. I don't like terrorism either, Ethan. I don't like, specifically targeting civilians just to make a point. That's the coldest take ever, for real. But Hasan, did you know America deserved 9/11? Like,
I learned that my co-host, he really likes terrorists.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I love this one. Dude's like, yeah, he get up is like leaving, and I'm like, why would you put in your own stream like this, dog? Yes. Dude, and this is the black guy. He's like, dude, like, he kind of weird with this. He's kind of weird with this. No. This Hasan is that rich kid that was like, he's Malibu's most wanted. He's a real life Malibu's most wanted. He think he is, oh, I'm down with it. I'm down with the revolution. You are Hasan is Malibu's most wanted.
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this? Isn't I know they're singing, but I'm seeing this guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
Taking over these ships, they started targeting the ships. People on.
He really thinks it's cool. He wishes he can be out there. Oh my God.
Helicopter right now?
Yes.
They're streaming this?
Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
I would stop hanging out with Hasan. I'm sorry. I would stop hanging out with Hasan because he is literally promoting terrorism.
Them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like, they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant person in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want
Hasan is like a real one. He's like one of us. He says, things that he fights the good fight. God damn.
America in the way that I feel about it. And if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond,
And like I used to watch, well, not Hakeem, because he was just, but Ugopnik, like he really started not being able to have this power level. The scouters are on him, and of course we know Second Thought. Oh God, I'm gonna do a video with Liquid Sonic was talking about Second Thought, but let's go.
Right, social democratic idea.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel, where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking in.
How you literally have them on catching while they, oh God,
to this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. Now, you do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda
with robust social safety nets,
called radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say,
and protections for workers. Like,
see, and then like something like that is demonstrative of what they would have a problem with, religious people. They are literally turning this into a cult. A cult of, yes, part of it is a cult of personality, and a cult of ideology where it's just bad. It's just causing people not to examine their beliefs, not to examine what to think. It's causing people to just follow this dogma by these priests of this quote unquote ideology. Well, no, it's not. It's just like, I want to use you to boost my position, my clout, my fame, my fortune. And it's just sad, man. It's one of those things where you see these people and they don't care about you. They care about how you can feed their ego. They don't care about your living standards. They care about how it can make you mad, rile you up for your clicks.
Higher unionization rates,
a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed.
And you know what? This is one of those things where it's just like, he is getting them young. I remember that on TYT, he had that show, Agitprop. And because the audience was actually older and they actually dealt with life a little bit, that show flopped. That show flopped because Hasan only knows how to connect with people that's still soft in the head.
It loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no,
for the record.
No, I'm not calling
I'm a
you that. I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then,
I'm saying I am. I just want to even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Did liberals...
Was it clout? Could he get clout? Of course.
Liberals are a burden on this planet, dude.
Liberals are the most scummy, vile fucking idiots.
Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And
So yeah, no, like, yeah, no, and I blame Ethan, but kind of don't blame Ethan because he just Hasan just streamed so much, and Ethan actually has a wife and kids to actually deal with. But yeah, no, the amount of stuff that you have to shift through it's a lot.
I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry.
So, I know this is a pattern with Ethan. I know Trisha Payton, he kind of fell off with and things like that. But again, I don't see this as he was trying to save the world. I see that he was connecting with somebody, and he realized who he's connected with after October 7th, and it was a bad thing.
All right, Hila. Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hasan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far, and someone's got to do something. But as the time went on, nothing happened, and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation.
So this is one of the things that I just want to actually address. For all of you Hasan bots who's like, oh, he's just starting drama, and people would just feel that this is just about drama. The problem is, if it was just about drama and it was just about, hey, no, I just don't like this cat, you would see this a totally different, type of situation. But Ethan is making a point, and no matter what you think about Dan Saltman and his him being connected to Destiny, when you have your community literally repeating the same talking points that neo-Nazis actually do when it comes to Jewish people, and you are supposed to be on the left and you advocate for people's rights, and you don't look at the historical context for stuff, and just say oh, they're just evil because they're evil. That's suspiciously oh, they just don't want to be religious because they want to sin, and oh, they're just undesirable people, and oh yeah, it's something wrong with them specifically. It must be something going on with their genes or something like that. When you dismiss people, it's just sad, and there's so many people that's not using critical thinking skills. Hey, maybe it's more than just they just want to do this. They just want to exterminate the people. And I wish it was more just introspection and retrospection on what goes on with things in the world. And that's not just a problem with the left either. I don't want to just say, I know sometimes it come off as bullying and me bullying the left. But a lot of this is just dog, you can talk bad about me, but for y'all to just openly want the destruction of Israel because you don't like the way they're running their government, but that government is protecting people. Come on now.
After mainstreaming someone like Hasan to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the footsteps of intellectual giants.
One thing we've
as
been hearing for
nothing
weeks.
but a simple man.
Now,
a simple man who understands right from wrong.
Yeah. You're an important, influential voice to a lot of people.
I'm an idiot. I'm a dumb bimbo. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've gotten dumb too. It's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out because I make content out of it. I think it's funny. It's fun.
I never get over that interview, and oh my god, he had his head so far up his own ass,
And there are baby
They're
settlements.
coming
as well.
to Hollywood.
Yeah, but you got bloodthirsty, violent things, though.
It doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. ExpressVPN is an app that lets you change your location. Let's see what you can do with this power. Well, you can sign up for Netflix from a different country, but why would you want to do that? It was $14, it's now $3.66. Okay, but it even gets better than that. Netflix and all the streaming apps have different catalogs for each region. So let's say, for example, I want to watch some Dragon Ball Z Broly, but it's not available in the USA. Psych! All you need to do is switch locations to Canada, refresh, and boom, that easy and fast, Dragon Ball Z time. I use these websites to help find whatever shows I'm looking for. You can type in the show you want and it will show you which region to connect to. The amount of content I have access to is insane. It's super easy to use. It's an app you connect to, and then you pick which country you want to connect to. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Go to expressvpn.com/h3hc for 4 free months, or scan the QR code, or go to the link in the description. Thank you so much to ExpressVPN. And now, back to our program. Meanwhile, at Twitch HQ, the marketing team is strategizing on a new advertising vertical.
My friends at Twitch headquarters. The executives, the influencers, Hasan, nice to see you, Frogan, front row. I am here to present to you an extraordinarily exciting opportunity. We have not tapped this market yet. Now don't panic, okay? Because you're gonna wanna panic when I tell you, but listen and learn. Who's billions of dollars, eager to spend it? And what, people are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Twitch is perfect. You can broadcast it straight into the veins of 18 to 35-year-old men. So here's what I'm suggesting. Hasan.
Oh my God! Get this man an apron and a wooden spoon because he cooking.
Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you. He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Babe?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. For real, for real, for real. All right, let's go.
I'm talking about Twitch. Here's the thing, with help from people like Hasan, terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right? They're not terrorists, they're, go ahead, he knows. Freedom fighters, guys. We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that. What's wrong with
you? Oh, wow. Wow. Ethan is going. Ethan is going.
And another one. The resistance isn't
not
perfect. Right? You gotta crack some eggs, man. Hasan, you know Socialism didn't buy you that car.
Give this man a chef hat because he's cooking. Boy, did you know socialism doesn't mean no car? Motherfucker, you driving a Porsche. a Porsche, dog. A new Porsche. Do you know that I'm further from billionaires than what you and I are close? You're driving the same Porsche that Bill Gates drive. But did you know if I get a private jet, then they're gonna be talking about socialism means no private jet? I don't. All right, let's go.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024, I wouldn't have bothered with this shit. Really. A Porsche is the symbol of the capitalist excess. What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this idiot is a socialist? Forget a religion. Hasan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone sold to this idiot.
The sad part about it is he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Where now you have streamers who's just dooming you, who's getting you to this point where you're just, oh, nothing's going to change, so I'm not going to do anything. It's literally opiate. It's literally, I'm just going to mellow you out by getting you too mad to do anything, so you're just going to stop trying to change anything.
Or that designer dog? This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed all year.
Very cute, by the way, but those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform that is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the U.S. Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay.
What is he got? No, Frogan, no. Oh, wow. Mind you, yeah, Frogan has lip fillers. Yeah, she does. She's actually said it. Since tweets about it. But let's go.
Shit! You see the army ads on Twitch? The army, it's fucking broke, dude. I'll tell you who loves America more than the army. Qatar. Well, I don't know if love's the right word, though. They're paying more. Good CPMs coming out of Qatar. But you kids love anime, right? Can't get enough of it. But look at what we've already done with this.
I feel violently ill. First off. Why does he have Zangetsu in a freaking? I forget that I feel ill. He has Zangetsu on a whatever that goddamn anime is. Oh, I feel ill.
Hasan, you're the fucking man, dude. Happy birthday again, man. No, we got a big party for you after. No, don't do it. Let's wait, because we got a big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back. The prostitutes, too. Don't tell anyone. That's part of the past.
Yeah, no, that's another thing. Like, for all the hand-wringing that everybody's doing over Destinies, Hasan just screws prostitutes and porn stars. Yeah, no, like he does.
Look what we've done already. This Houthi pirate. I mean, who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow, not somehow, because of his genius, we have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America, curse upon the Jews. That's right. That's the Jolly Roger of this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys, and let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah, let's go.
Whatever happened to the revolution will not be televised. All right, let's go.
Get him! If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hasan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated him.
Oh, this made him mad. So mad. This made him just incredibly mad. I'm below Joe Rogan. I'm below Joe Rogan.
Hasan as the most extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media source on the internet. And to give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hasan loves all terrorists, but what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis.
And yes, this is what it looks like. They are hiling Hitler.
The Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by death.
But did you know in Iran that they're open to gay rights? Yo, they forcibly make you convert to, get gender reassignment surgery if you're gay, but they're open to it at least. What about the people who don't want to have gender reassignment surgery? Did you know they fight the US, so their government is always right because reason.
That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis Yemen have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So, not great. The Houthis have a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated, Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews. And that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course, victory to Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hasan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
You're not thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis' slogan do not factor in to what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because, that is such Western-focused propaganda. For a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay?
Do people actually just listen to him talk in all the circles that he does? For real. And it's just bad. And he's surrounded by nothing but squares. But you know what they say? All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
They don't need to read Mein Kampf.
Wow.
Oh, I almost forgot the most fun one. They brought back slavery.
We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
That lines up with leftist values. All right.
They brought back slavery. Oh, wow.
So these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hasan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi?
Wait. Didn't he say that it was good that another force came here and fought against slavery? Didn't he say that about Tibet?
Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way, just so you know. These fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Cam's not either, my guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
I'm so confused. What
is He's like, dude, I'm black. You can't do this. You can't do this, man. You can't put me on the stream with terrorists and I'm black. Dog, that's not a thing that can happen. You're gonna get me in trouble. They already don't want me here. Don't do that. He just looks so uncomfortable. He looks so uncomfortable. He looks so uncomfortable. Oh my God. He looks so uncomfortable.
That's right, my friend. Hasan just played straight-up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors. For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community.
I mean, like, when that hammer falls, if that dude who's running Twitch right now ever gets the boot and that hammer falls, Hasan is going to be the biggest victim. He's going to be a victim. He's going to be the biggest victim. Oh, he's going to be the biggest victim. And oh God, don't let the TikTok actually get banned. Oh God, he's going to be the biggest victim. Because when TikTok gets banned, all these crazy leftists, they're just gonna, like, the platform in Twitch, you know, oh God, that's gonna be the day that all tankies cry and 1,000 voices and all of a sudden they were silenced. Because this, like, they can't survive on YouTube. People like Hasan, the way his community really is on live stream, would not be able to survive in YouTube, where you know, the right has a foothold. Oh my God, it's gonna be anaphylactic shock. People disagree with me. People said something to hurt my feelings. Oh God, yeah.
Guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
He looks so uncomfortable.
This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting, like, bad example, Chris Brown dancing, you know?
No. They do, like, they do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
Isn't I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about, like, their fucking.
He is like, he has to explain to him, like, dude, like, it's this conversation that, like, black people have to have with people who ain't black when they know, like, hey, yo, this is just a bad look. It's like, dog, I'm gonna need you. I need it. It's that conversation that black folks are having with the Muslim people that voted for Trump or didn't want to vote for Kamala. It's like, we need you to understand this. Here's the thing. This is a bad look. They already lump us all in together. When you do stuff like this, that's you know, the nail that pokes out gets hammered. It's that old Japanese saying, the nail that pokes out gets hammered. Don't, man. And I know dude right here was like, I saw the video, I'm like, yo, this is like, it makes me look bad sitting there while Hasan just gets up and leaves. Like, no. He's like, no. The nail that sticks up gets hammered. But they're gonna start hammering all the nails.
Like their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen, you want to fucking bring a ship through here? We're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking sending in helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking, look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake. They start.
He doesn't understand that they're just doing it because they want the stuff on the ship. They don't care where the ship is going. They just want the stuff on the ship. In the chat it says like One Piece. Okay.
Overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot.
But the Galaxy Star, whatever, the Galaxy class, whatever, They weren't. They were going to Turkey, dog. And his chat let him watch Chicago run. Oh. This is sad.
Not fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India. Next claim.
Wow. So he lied. Okay, the Galaxy Marine. All right, let's go.
Is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything.
That lines up with leftist values.
Hasan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no,
for the record.
No, I'm not calling
I'm a propagandist.
This is like a hostile.
He tries to, oh my God, he tries to be so serious when he goes on these channels. Like, say what you want about Destiny. He's just his same unhinged self when he goes on Piers Morgan than what Hasan is. He tries to be serious, but like he hides his power level basically.
So they're streaming this?
Yeah, they're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it disturbing.
Hasan, where are the Jewish people and Israeli people supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go? Help me out. Frogan, where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go?
Disturbing that Hasan thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel. 80% of Israelis were born there and do not have citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hasan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel to go back where they came from, Hasan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild.
So these guys did all of this, right? They did all of this.
Is that their helicopter?
Yeah.
That looks like a legit helicopter.
It is a legit helicopter.
This is wild.
So they take it over. And they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews.
Oh. So they're not Jewish. They're from a whole different part of the world. What? It's like Hasan is wishing that he was there. He LARPs just as much as these people that they accuse of being MAGA of LARPing in the woods. This is a LARP.
They're like, all right, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hasan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year, prisoners to a terrorist organization. But don't worry, guys. Hasan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us.
I swear to God, dude is looking like, yeah, I can't fuck with him like that.
This is a 3-minute video of what do you mean a music video? When you say music video, I'm expecting like, are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
I bet Hasan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hasan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music
This is the video that I was talking about.
video on, and then left the room.
Left the room.
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious, But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
But like, I just and like, he was like, yeah, they're such great dancers. And
Oh my God.
I was like, okay.
Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hasan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
click it. Dude, Hasan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another.
When your friend know that I can't watch your stuff on stream, like, come on, man, come on. You can't defend this. If you're an Hasan fan, how do you defend him saying, "Oh no, we're just gonna take these people and they're gonna be gone for a year, but it's okay because they have no issue with." Like, do you just fall for the lie or the misinformation?
Incident of Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
He think it's cool. He thinks it's cool, man.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with? They got a beautiful voice too.
He thinks it's cool. Oh my God. He's a LARPer. He's a fanboy of terrorists.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Oh, Hasan, my sweet, naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this?
Oh, wow.
That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
But do they have guns?
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude. The fucking mixtape. Got a beautiful voice too. Israel been real.
I mean, like, right when this first happened, I thought of the Evangelion, like theme song. I'm sorry, yeah.
Quiet since this drop, dude. Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
Houthis been
Wow. I just can't. I can't.
Real quiet since this drop, dude.
Now we come to our sweet, beautiful, cute little TikTok twink. This hairless young man is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes.
And you know what? Here's the thing. This is how I know that it's LARPing. When that army soldier, took his own life. All these people who fantasize about a revolution, it's like, yeah, he stood up for. Like, no, dog. He had mental health issues. He needed to get help, and he refused to get help, and he was broken. No, he was a hero. He stood up for something. That's not how you stand up for something. We need to make sure that we need to make sure that we take care of our veterans. And even though Frogan was like, I wish veterans get PTSD, all that other garbage. Let's go.
They call him Tim Houthi Chalamet because he's a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hasan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad that One Piece is still on. And he still have no concept of finishing the story anytime soon. But hell, neither is Berserk or Guyver. And shout outs to people who know who Guyver is.
Sick. Yes. Yes. We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean,
he's a fanboy. Oh my God. He's a fanboy. Oh, wow.
I think it's cool though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny. I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?" What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just having we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
Hasan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hasan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did cloth with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing, so he likes them, yeah.
Oh, nothing like the start of that Stockholm syndrome. Let's go.
What, I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more...
But did you know that they weren't terrorists at the time that he had the interview, even though they were designated as terrorists right after, but they're not then right at this particular moment? So he wasn't technically a terrorist at that time.
Details about these kidnapped and missing people. He just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny, the idea of kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody.
But you know, Hasan doesn't care about hostages. If he did, he would advocate for the hostages from October the 7th to be returned. He doesn't care about the hostages. He only cares about America bad.
That loves terrorists.
That's so funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy. Okay, that's sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
Does he know what One Piece is?
What if he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it.
Oh, he's only halfway through, so yeah, it's gonna probably take him another 5 years to get through that. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's go.
Wait yet, but I do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview, and Hasan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is...
He had the same clothes on. Let's go. I went too far back.
Or not, he's a teenager in Yemen.
Those are the same clothes on. Okay, I'm sorry.
Dude is neither a Houthi nor a terrorist nor a pirate. Is not a Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either. You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi himself. He's not a pirate, but you know, I don't think he's not a pirate. He has
You asked him, was he a pirate like One Piece? He realizes that we have the videos, right?
The position that he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude, who they still to this day call a Houthi terrorist. Tim Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
All right, let's just take Hasan.
I swear to God, this is just disgusting. This is just disgusting. Like, why do, like, okay, I get it. I have the ability of actually watching the clips afterwards. Like, I don't sit in live streams. I don't, oh my God, I can barely live stream myself. But do these people ever go back and just listen to what has been said, the videos that have been put out? All right.
Hasan's word for it and assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines up.
All right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours. Ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" Meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike, or how Hasan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called "Houthis use social media to boost global prominence and support"? Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv. The Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
Wow. Oh, he's just a Yemeni teenager? He's still just a Yemeni teenager?
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do.
I'm saying Hasan is a fanboy.
They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance, because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a
Yes! Oh my God, yes! Well, of course they're going to be this way, because did you know US bad? Did you know America bad? Of course they're going to be this way. I hope this is just added in there. A picture of him. I hope that's just added in there. I hope Ethan did. Okay.
Kid in Yemen, dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo, unless I saw something different.
Hasan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hasan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose, right, Hasan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things. Oh, look, Hasan, he dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure.
Oh my
or, you know,
God.
you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
Oh, yes! Cook!
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic. It's not a Jewish person. He said, this is, I think why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is happening?
Because you platformed him. Didn't he have an issue with Destiny platforming Nazis? He had an issue with that. He has an issue with XQC's platforms, people that he doesn't like. He has an issue with all these different people platform people that he don't like. But when he does it, I can't be held responsible. I can't be held responsible.
How many steps removed are we from this situation?
0? I mean, you platformed him. Do you not remember? Did the check not clear or something? When faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter.
Spoiled rich kid. Just spoiled rich kid.
The endless selfishness, the untapped well of American selfishness and American individualism is in full display. How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
I'm sorry. Help me out with this one. Help me out with this. How? Is he just said buzzwords? Let's go back a little bit.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter. The endless selfishness,
The untapped well of American selfishness and American individualism is in full display.
The only person that's doing that is you. You're being selfish. You're trying to protect your ego. You're trying to center this all around yourself. Like, how dare you criticize me? Did you know Houthis had to live in bomb places? So of course I'm gonna give him, like, you know, amplified microphone, an amplified platform.
How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hasan deploys to sidestep any criticism is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I've seen him do this so many times. He frames it like you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is, because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
That's what I was just saying. All right, let's go. Let's go.
This claiming that I am, you know, too pro-Houthi. When someone is like focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening.
He also apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck. Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks.
Like, what? I don't get it. Check it out. I know that there are people that have a humiliation kink. I get it. But, like, you letting a streamer that you giving your money to talk to you any kind of way, your money, your attention, your time, talk to you any kind of way. And then they have, of course, no movement is perfect. One grape doesn't justify the killing of thousands of people. Like, these people are...
You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid?
Everything that can be tangentially turned into, like, Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just, like, drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza.
If your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say I'm a stenographer for the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think there's any evidence that I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I'm doing
While
the
we're having
propaganda
this conversation, 3,000 Piers, while we're having this back and forth, 3,800.
You know what? This is par for the course, because, like, Jank does this too. Jank does this too a lot.
And 40 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish, self-centered conversation to have.
This technique is so powerful because everyone's afraid of being labeled as a genocide denier. Pierce Morgan, with decades of experience, immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself. And grow a pair, Pierce. Stand up for yourself, man. It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists.
I mean, like, he's intimidated by Trump, so, you know, he's not that much of a real man anyway.
Who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th. Like Hasan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm gonna click close.
No! They didn't do it! He literally did this! Yeah.
I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I think Nope. Got it.
Oh my God. He doesn't know.
How can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically exploit it
to sidestep any criticism?
What a bigot. Before we move on, Hasan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Now, this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him, which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right? Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically, okay? Being able to talk to Anne Frank.
This still boils my blood. Oh, it's like talking to Anne Frank. Anne Frank didn't storm a boat in the middle of the Mediterranean going to Greece. That she didn't.
In real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life, except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy, who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hasan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other.
Yeah, that's yeah. All right, let's go.
Other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing it. He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who's disseminating it to more and more people in a way more consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hasan likes to offuscate on this and says, nobody cares when Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo. Exactly, dude.
Nobody is saying you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north. It's Hezbollah. Where do I even begin? Thousands.
And again, the excuse is going to be, well, Israel did this, so they get to target civilians.
Thousands of civilians have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks. They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister. They've hijacked civilian airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers. And if you can imagine, that's not even the worst things they've done. They participated in the slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians to help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians in what can only be described as a genocide. They are a designated terrorist group by the US, by the EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after the...
Even in their own country, they're designated as terrorists.
Their participation in the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them. Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
This is Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Hassan Piker, this man is a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about.
Didn't he? Isn't he no longer with us?
Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hasan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are."
I don't have an issue with them.
If we search the entire...
You act, Ethan, you act as if Hasan knows that this person said this.
World for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion, we would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
I don't have an issue with them.
If Jews all gathered in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after them worldwide. The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the...
Oh, this is just anti-Semitism. This is just really anti-Semitism. That's just it. That's just it.
Grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew, the murderers of the prophet, the Jews invented...
Isn't like one of the slurs that Hasan's like community is pig dogs?
The legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them. I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah based. I mean, listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalism.
Same-sex people must be killed, Lesbians, Hezbollah chief says in the latest LGBTQ attack.
Perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million. Okay? Like, it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The more you learn,
this is why it's Orientalist.
So, you're not using that word correctly, Hasan. You're not. And the reason why they come to the quote unquote West It's simply because they have money and they want to live Western lifestyles. You don't get it. They want to live Western lifestyles. All right, let's go.
To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows. It's crazy.
And this is what I say. And like, give me a little bit. I'm about to cook. Hasan, regardless of what he tries to pretend, he's American. He was born here. He spent most of his life here. He's American. However, if he has a problem with the way America is, go to move to Iran. I'm not even gonna tell him to go move back to Turkey. In Turkey, he had a comfortable life. Go move to Iran. Go live in China. Better yet, go to the most communist state there is. Go live in North Korea. Has nothing to do with the fact that you're a foreigner. It has to do with you wholeheartedly believe all of this garbage. Go move to North Korea. Like look at American Johnson. He's in South Korea. Go ahead and move. Or is he in was it South Korea or like he's somewhere over there. Go do that. Go move to these countries. Go live there and see how much fun you have.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
Vietnam.
And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods. You might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like, his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that.
Last week, Nazarado said, "Gay people, even if they do it once, are to be killed."
But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
Knowledge. I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization, but have you considered this?
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim, okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim. So, of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why
we care. We care the bigotry that's happened against Muslims, except for the Uyghurs, because that's different. China. But but everything else, it's bigotry when you're oppressing Muslims, except for Uyghurs.
Hasan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation.
I thought it was England, Britain. Wait, what? Hey, Britain, England. Hasan thinks that you no longer are bitch. I'm sorry.
Nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
They just kind of were there. They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical.
He's lying. Oh my God, he's lying, and he knows he's lying. He knows he's lying.
Of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
They just kind of were there.
Hezbollah started launching rockets into Israel hours after the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 250,000 Israelis from northern Israel. That's what caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Shit. Why did he ask that? What do I say? Do I tell him the real reason? No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this. They just kind of were there. Hell yeah, another slick political saved by boots on the ground Hasan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Even as a pro-Palestine activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever. Hasan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing.
Sorry that I had to take a little break. So back to where we was. We were talking about how people were calling for Netanyahu to be ended. But let's go.
They're the ones that committed this horrible.
Sorry. Let's go back just a little bit.
Let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. Forever. Hasan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's...
Hasan is completely after clout. That's his thing. He's at the clout. I'm starting to think that the whole America deserved 9/11 thing was just for attention. But let's go.
He's being paid, which, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are, without a doubt, the most extreme of all of these terrorist organizations.
Wow. Okay.
They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law. That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people of Gaza and repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them.
But not all revolutions are perfect. Not all revolutionaries are perfect. Come on, guys. This is the Christian right in the U.S. that you fight against.
For example, why are all the Hamas leaders billionaires? And let's be real,
Yes!
these guys clearly are not skipping any meal.
Well, Hasan really doesn't have any problems with billionaires. He doesn't, if he thinks that they're on his side.
While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses in Qatar. That lines up with leftist values. Or, well, they were billionaires. Because they're all dead. They're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them.
He's LARPing, like I keep saying. Hasan just LARPs. He wants to be these guys.
Now, is this Hasan again? Hasan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay. We had to make last-minute changes to this part to prevent it from being age-restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can. In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's more than I.
Wait, no. He's no. He is, from the way this is sounding, it's sounding like they're about to take a new servant into their house. No.
I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
These hostages are being released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hasan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
The next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict on the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's going to miss their hospitality.
Oh, wow. He's making it seem like they like it there? And somebody... does he just think Stockholm syndrome is a viable thing? Like, I know, like, you know, there are some romanticizing that people do with their captors after a long time, but he just thinks, oh no, they're gonna just like it being trapped there,
like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next week they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts? Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos and watch it on stream. There's no way.
Oh my God.
Okay, it's getting hard to defend him. Freedom fighters, musical shit.
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifle.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
Well, I mean, like, he may actually just get up and go to the bathroom, so would that count? But no, dude, he's just a LARPer. He thinks that he can be that. He's not even making commentary.
Is that COD?
He's not even making commentary. Is this the stuff that you have to do to be big on Twitch? Support people that will rather kill civilians? Wow.
One minute, 36 seconds. Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less from a journalist such as Hasan.
Quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
That's crazy.
He's done it again.
Love you.
Like, people come to my channel and say he's like a political genius. He promotes, you know, socialism and all this other good shit. Like, I know I look better than him. I look awesome. I'm great right now. But like this. All right.
We will continue killing your soldiers.
Like, what do you have to, like, why are these people so enamored with this idiot that doesn't know anything about politics, that doesn't even know anything about history, doesn't even know anything about self-sacrifice? Just a spoiled rich kid that said, oh, America bad.
By our locally manufactured snipers. Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well. They're saying like artisanal snipers. So why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes of uninterrupted Hamas propaganda? I'm sure he has a good answer.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen, okay? You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation, okay?
Maybe they're not trying to do genocide. Well, maybe most of them aren't trying to do genocide. That's a thought. Maybe they feel their actions are for the security of their state and they're not really trying to do genocide. I don't, like, maybe they fear that if they don't protect themselves in the most extreme way, which violates human rights, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be honest with you, that they feel like, you know, history tells them that they may get wiped out. I don't know.
Which is basically what America did back in the day when, you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny? What the fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad. I mean, he's really saying nothing here. So he has...
Actually, Destiny has never manifest anything. He's probably confessed to record. No, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Destiny catches strays. All right, let's go.
No good reason. Got it. Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda, but he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified.
That survey says that is a lie. The lie detector test has determined that is a lie.
And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival, women were horribly raped. As I said then, I say today, Israel has a right to defend itself.
What rape?
And he thinks that it's funny. He thought it was funny. I called it. You know, of course they're going to bring it up. Wow. All right, let's go.
Does Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls, men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Does he not believe that it happened, even though there are independent reports that says it did? They actually showed a video of them assaulting somebody. One of the mainstream videos. There were other videos, Hasan.
Matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me.
Oh, so he moved from they didn't happen to they did happen, but it doesn't matter. Just like, you know, all the WASPs should be in the same college so the failed sons can actually assault the failed daughters. But he's supposed to be on the left.
Even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot, obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hasan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each...
So, everybody, and here's the thing, this is not a whataboutism, but everybody's canceling Destiny about not getting, you know, consent about recording people who originally wanted to cancel him because he was like, well, you know, if you can't handle sex and stuff like that. He never made excuses for rape. No amount of border disputes, no amount of literally anything is an excuse to violate somebody. You're so concerned about all of the dead Palestinians, like their life is being violated, but also their body autonomy, other people's body autonomy is being violated, and you're like, well, that's what they get because they there. That's not how that works.
Each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hasan needs a rape kit from a mutilated body. It's so vile to deny the suffering and trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need
exactly
both. And it can be done, but not while people like Hasan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hasan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if...
So, when Hasan's community is either you with us or against us, when you have rational people that saying like, yo, no, we need to address the Palestinian suffering, but we also need to address the fact that the history of anti-Semitism, not just in the Middle East, but across the globe, is a thing. again, I said it early in this video, is so many of these people that have the morality of Saturday morning cartoons. Well, this is a good person, this is a bad person. These are good countries, these are bad countries. And most of them are in the US. That's the sad part about it, is we have the tools, we have the responsibility, and we have the will to want to change it. But most of these people that are in Hasan's community don't want to do nothing but say, I'm cooler than my parents, and take a grand moral stand, but not do anything about it.
Fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner. What is it?
And now let's move on to our next terrorist organization, Twitch TV.
Oh, wow. 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 Okay. All right.
Sinwar, Nasrallah, Dan Clancy. Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization. It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda. Dan Clancy has been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50, which he...
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Whew, okay.
Reversed after backlash. He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the screen, was also reversed after backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing. Oh, well,
and he allowed for like the artful nudity meta, which I'm not against, but you know, if I really wanted to see like, you know, uncensored like tits and ass, I'd just go watch Pornhub.
There is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees. That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins. He likes Hasan. He really likes Hasan. Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes.
Is this from goddamn, what is that movie? Dodgeball? Please tell me this is from Dodgeball. This must be from Dodgeball.
Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for
Is he? Oh, he's about to do the birthday. I knew he was about to do the birthday. All right, come on. Let's do the birthday.
clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked. I'm
Happy
cooked.
birthday from Twitch, Hasan.
Wow. Wow.
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hasan Piker. How humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember this one.
Okay. Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there.
He has like follows all these like e-girls. And look, don't get me wrong. I don't mind people liking e-girls. Again, I'm not one of those puritanical people. I actually believe, you know, in like if adults being able to make their free choices, and free choices, not coerced, not deceptively, you know, that's the thing. But like, come on guys, like I'm not gonna, like, as a CEO of a company, show, oh yeah, I just follow these e-girls, and like no wonder he watches all the talk shows and musicians. Yeah, he loves to hear that clapping sound.
Okay.
I hate to sound like a whataboutism, but like, dude, they get on Destiny about trying to bring e-girls on to screw them with this platform. Dude, like, for real.
And now you're in your space. Okay.
Okay. That's very nice. That's
Hot
also-
young. You can see his type. He, watch his type.
That's very nice. That's also
Okay.
okay.
Young, blonde,
That's very
thin,
nice.
like
That's
yeah.
also okay.
You know, Dan, I would have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't happen twice, roll it.
You want to see clips? Swipe this way, and now you're seeing the clips. And that's not necessarily the algorithm.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch, and you get caught with the fucking... You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice?
Twice.
Oh, come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro. It's also a little bit disturbing considering
he's their boss.
These people's bosses.
Okay.
All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists. So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
His nemesis, the Joker to his Batman. Okay, let's be fair. What is it? The Condiment King to his Batman. Okay, yeah, let's say that.
Why didn't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hasan's main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? She's always on the
let's
homepage.
go back here. Let's go back
She's winning
here.
awards. Nobody's watching her.
Okay, let's just say it. That looks horrible. That just looks horrible. That looks horrible. It looks horrible. It's not. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. And this is a guy who like big girls. You say BBW, please. But this is horrible. This is horrible. First off, she can have a better hijab. Better. Secondly, like, no. And it doesn't even have to be form fitting. It can literally just be not wearing a curtain. She's wearing curtains. This does not look good. She's wearing curtains. Dude, like, it looks horrible. This looks horrible. And again, it's not because she's a big girl, because I date big girls. I think the smallest chick that I've dated, like on a consistent basis, was just like, I don't know, like size 8, 9, something like that, whatever they call. This is just horrible. Ran over, I'm sorry. It just looks bad. It looks like she's wearing curtains. It looks like she's wearing curtains. And it's dragging. It's dragging. Oh my God. This is just trash. And again, I'm not saying it has to be form fit, but it looks like she's wearing curtains. All right, let's go.
Nobody cares. Why is she relevant?
Wait, like, again, like just go on right here. Let's just go back
Nobody's
here.
Watching her. Nobody cares.
Like this, like, no. Your arms don't need to be that fluffy. Oh my God. Oh my God. This just looks bad. One, The color looks like vomit. It looks like somebody went down on Grimace and threw up. Like no. Secondly, you would have to have contrasting colors. Again, the hijab is too big, and the contrasting colors. She just looks like Grimace too. Like all right, I'm not even being a jerk. It's just like, this is unflattering. But let's continue.
Why is she relevant? We don't know. It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated 10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Difference between...
Yeah, and this whole, like, chick, you are one. Like, if you really want to take it there, you were one. All he's saying is, like, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and if you want to donate, you can donate. What's wrong with that? Oh, he's not beating everybody in submission by, throwing out, slurs, or beating everybody in submission by saying, if you don't do this, you're a worst person in the world. This is my problem with a lot of people on the left. They think they can shame people into doing what they want. And that's no different from the criticism that they levied at religious people. They given up trying to reason and logic people, and play some part on their emotions to get them to change. It's no, you're a bad person, you're a bad person, you're a bad person, you're a bad person, you're a bad person. And when you do it enough, people are going to look at what you're saying as a bad person and dismiss you totally. But let's continue.
And like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there.
I promise you, I didn't pre-watch it. Of course, this came out just like a few hours ago. I didn't pre-watch it, but let's go.
Need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take. I know Arabs are dying, but I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Like, if you're not actively if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money.
He gave his money. You dumb idiot. He gave his money. Again, it goes back to that half the browbeat.
Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like, what do you want? Do you want me to say, like, congratulations?
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream.
No, I think she lives in Michigan. I don't know.
And telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, no kids, you need to give that $10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test.
Keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get beat.
I would say just doing this outrageous, kind of, outspeaks would get her viewership, but she's not even getting viewership. Like, she's not even a waiting room for the waiting room of Hasan.
PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. But
yet she's a mod for somebody who went out about a Porsche. She was like the clip of her complaining like, "Oh, you only gave $10,000." Hasan went out and bought a Porsche.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
This is disgusting. You wishing, again, you've become the monster that you criticize other people for.
Based?
I'm cooler than my parents. I'm cooler than you because I wish harm on other people. Well, they're bullies. Yeah, you want to end the bullying, and sometimes it does come with a little humiliation. But you actively want harm. Let's go.
Like, am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
The smug
until she got banned, and then she walked back on it.
Defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more.
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raph and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
Now, if somebody made the joke like, "Oh yeah, if you give me $500, we'll do a risk game," recreating the Nakba. These people will be incensed. Oh, we're gonna create a total war game where we modded and recreate the 48 war, the 67 war. These people would be incensed. But no, it's fine because something Zionism, something, the revolution is not perfect.
This tweet was the final straw for me. You'll notice the date is October 7th.
And I say it and I say it again. Most of these people that live in these suburbs that's never interacted with the real world. If Native Americans and Central Native Americans come in and say like, "Oh, yeah, let's wipe y'all all out because reasons," they will not have this same type of energies. And the one who lie and say that they do are the same ones who unironically apologize for being white. I'm sorry I'm white. I'm sorry I was born white. And if you know anything about my channel, I talk about races. I talk about all this, bigotry and stuff like that. But once you start telling somebody they have to apologize for being born a specific way, you're just as bad as those other races. I'm sorry. Not letting their actions dictate who they are. Not letting their morals or their history of who they are dictate how you treat them. But just for being born wrong, you're just as bad as any other races. And I say that to black people. I say that to Hispanic people. Of course, I say it to white people because, But once you start expecting people to apologize for how they were born, you're done in my book.
2023, the morning of the massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of civilians. Here's what she tweeted. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said, it's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
איפה אתם? יואו, מה מתחילים מיקום? תתחברו, תמצאו מקום, תתחברו. אבא, אני עוד אותך, אנחנו בתוך הנגב. אי אפשר לצאת. אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. אני בא, מאמי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were
like hearing somebody's last moments like that and then making fun of it. She's right. Leftists preach about this. Obviously, she's not really a leftist. She's somebody that wants revenge for any real or perceived wrong. But she's separating herself out from a leftist.
were listening to calls like this all morning long, dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award. Together for legendary...
Twice. How you gonna be an up-and-coming streaming star twice?
Woman, in which she would get front page placement all year long. This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Award, an award show put on by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice. It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit? Because Frogan is the two-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment. Her idea, that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra. Now, why does Loves Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel. It also plays up an anti...
So, it's been some debate about that, if she really mean it. Now, yes, if you're in the Middle East and you're familiar with that term as in like Israeli born Jew, that's, yeah, you can definitely see it that way. You know, dog whistles and all. But I think Frogan is too stupid to realize that. She didn't even know what like the towns in a minority group in Lebanon was. So let's go.
Anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. Like, those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America, insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks, but like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question.
Motherfucker, y'all claim fucking fried chicken chitlins. Like what the heck? Wait, what the fuck? Do you know those Jewish people? You know what they actually use? They use algebra. Like that's how bad that sounds. Did you know they use arithmetic? They use arithmetic. like, come on, man. Let's go.
Question for you guys. Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also Jewish. Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way, everybody on this panel is pretty fucking white themselves.
Okay, that was good. I'm gonna have to use that one. I gotta use that one. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right. Turn that up. Turn
We all know where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And Denim's too stupid not to actually say the quiet part out loud. She's too stupid not to say the quiet part out loud.
That was a joke. That was just a joke in my...
Denims. Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
That's easy. That's
Definitely Love Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her, more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pulled me, one of the best-known Jewish creators, and immediately put me in Sabra. Hasan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denim's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists. Once again, calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the? You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish, why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail, one of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, in the category next to me, when he's not even featured in the game? Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein? Seth Rogen? Schindler? Well, he wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be real. It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So Love Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds...
Again, I would say that she's just too stupid to understand that, but I don't... Okay.
It's pretty racist. And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism, and this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors too. Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's wealth.
Hey, but did you know she is a woman who wears a hijab? Did you know? Did you know that?
Well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response, permanent ban. Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question. Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch? Ban. Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in? What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned.
Yeah, this is just unforgivable. This is unforgivable. All right, let's go.
And just like the entire country of Israel, it had just been discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts
But they all white people from Europe.
could be made. And him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also
But they're all colonizers from Europe. In Brooklyn.
Explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him. When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So, when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that, unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy. A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined? You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that? That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the little Houthi twink terrorists were all unbanned and they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad. Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those 3 creators at that exact time, and being 3 of the best-known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message. And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews. That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist. And guess where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV. Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened. That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite. Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side? This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch? Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite. Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout
Oh no. Oh no.
and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, This was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact, who were both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this if she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here? This is insane.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules. Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like, it's too, the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags.
Nobody can defend this. The only way you defend this is these people bad, and anything that comes to them are okay.
The background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred.
The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
Hasan.
Wow. That's just, no, like the whole, C word discourse. Hasan should have been banned for more than 2 days.
Non-Jewish person is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hasan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hasan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do they do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Zero punishment. Hasan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I
this he should have had the FBI come to his door. He should have had the FBI come to his door. A woman literally got charged for saying the thing that Luigi did. But he sent a picture of an untraceable firearm to a sitting congressman. Oh, they just picking on me. They just picking on me because I tell the truth.
I saw he tweeted that. I said, he's done after this for sure. For sure he is.
For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson, who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats. Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this isn't just a Hasan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to just, it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story,
No, what happened to him? What happened to him? I'm sorry. Oh, all right, let's go.
Receive a 3-day ban. This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hasan infiltrating mainstream media. Hasan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hasan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice. And so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know. And they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
Wow, that... And you're gonna get the people that's gonna be like, oh, they're just gonna hate. They just hate Hasan because he's like, no. This is just dangerous stuff. And if you're an online leftist and you don't see how bad this makes us look, then I don't know what to tell you. You have a person that is just monstrous for the amount of damage that he does to the online left. God, this has been a long reaction. I literally had to take a break for a second. So, yeah, no. Ethan is good. And I know people are like, oh, it's drama and he's just trying to hurt his son. No, dog. This is more than just... Does he have a personal stake? Yeah, he said it. Fuck this guy. But this is more than just trying to hurt his son. This is calling out a problem. But just even the whole... It's... the last part of that video specifically talking about Twitch. But anyway, guys, this has been a long one. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.
you